And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. I apologize for disconnecting earlier. Smooch. feels bad, man. Feels bad. Unfortunately, we disconnected in game 2 of Dark versus Rebellion, and they of course did continue on to play out their game. They are currently in game number 2 as we speak, and they're just going to be finishing up and moving on from there. So alas, we won't be able to finish that series. We were able to catch game 1, and game 1 was a lot of fun, but we won't know how the story ends. So I have been able to log back on, and we have another series, a mid-series, loading in the top right, spawning in the top right-hand corner of Ancient Cistern, and also outside the main base, we have the American Terran player, the former CranKy Duckling, now representing the Platinum Heroes. It is Vindicta. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Ancient Cistern, we have the South Korean. I almost said South American. The South Korean Terran player, currently a free agent, even though he's on Psystorm in game. It is GuMiho. So again, I do apologize that that we lost the series and we're jumping in mid-series. It's a little bit messy here, but I promise you that things will even out and clear up as the cast goes on. And thank you so much to everyone who stuck around, who did stick around here for us to come back. I really do appreciate it. Much love, much love. I know it's annoying when a stream goes down and everyone leaves and all that stuff, but lesson three. Thank you, Papi, thank you. As we have a proxy 2 racks. This is of course scouted here by GuMiho. He's preparing back at home. He pulls the boys prematurely. He's got a bunker on the way as well, and now it's all about the execution. Vindicta has to be very careful not to lose too much too soon. He has to make sure he preserves his Reaper count, as he's going to be trying to push up this ramp, and SCV is going to come in from behind. He's going to distract the units of GuMiho for a moment. He does dive on top of that Reaper. Does get a Marine for his troubles, but he doesn't get the... Oh, no, what? Does get a Marine. Meanwhile, he will lose the SCV on the high ground. Nice micro so far, though. Again, Vindicta hasn't lost a Reaper, and now he's moving up towards 3. GuMiho is set up quite nicely, though. He's repairing his Reapers. He has a second bunker as well. Oh my god, he dives on in, and now... Oh my god! Vindicta! Oh, he saved his Reaper for a moment. Can he get it? No, he cannot. The Reaper of GuMiho goes to the safety of the bunker. Now GuMiho, he is kind of holding here. I mean, Vindicta only lost one of his Reapers, and now Vindicta, he's just going straight for the mineral line. Forces boys to be pulled. Can he snowball from here? He wants that Reaper so badly. Looks like he will get it, but he'll lose the Reaper in the process. We trade 1 for 1. Ooh. Meanwhile, the Marine count gets completely reset. Oh no! With the Hellion coming out, the Hellion's able to chase down those Reapers as well, and Vindicta's having a hard time really maintaining his presence here. Back at home, he's transitioning. We have a factory already. And Vindicta, I mean, he can't let up the pressure. He has to keep forcing responses out of GuMiho. Oh, he's going to lose another Reaper, though. It looks like Vindicta's going to back off once again for the time being. We do have a CC on the way for Migs. So again, he's looking to just maintain map control and expand behind this. He knows that he cannot end the game with what he has. And GuMiho, upon seeing this Rax, he's also going to be recognizing that as well. He's got his own options. He can throw down his own CC. For the time being, he's going into a 1-1-1. This is kind of scary. From here, he can go into a Banshee. He can go for an add-on swap, or he can go straight into Medevac, so he can go for a drop as well. Oh, Vindicta making a Reaper in the face of his opponent. He's gonna get the depot as well. Let's go. Reaper does go down. Vindicta, I think he wants to land here. Yep, he wants it. Just trying to make things a little bit easier for himself. Giving him that high ground vision, just vision in general. Oh, has to be careful here with his movement. He's gonna wrap around and clean up all these Marines. Oh. But at the cost of 3 Reapers. That was very nice targeting there from GuMiho. Locking onto the high health Reaper. Now Vindicta's forced to back off. He does scout and confirm the 1-1-1. He also sees the add-on swap as well, or the fact that there is a tech lab on that starport. Doesn't quite know if it's a Raven or a Banshee, unfortunately. But back at home, he's working on a Raven on his own. So in case there is a Banshee, you know, in case GuMiho were to invest into Cloak, he would have detection. Does have the auto turrets as well. Just a little flexibility in general. Oh, the double lock on! Oh my god, Vindicta, he gets the Cyclone, he gets both Hellions. And hopefully he gets the hell out of here to repair. But nice pickoffs overall. Looking at the units lost tab here, Vindicta lost 9 Reapers, but overall, you know, he was able to get some workers. He was able to get a slight lead in that worker count. He has a big lead when it comes to his orbital timing, as his orbital is already done, and the CC for GuMiho is still on the way. So overall, Vindicta, it seems as if he's come out ahead overall here after the openers. Is he really kind of lacking in any big area? Probably the biggest area that he's lacking in right now is that, you know, GuMiho, I guess he's going to have medevacs, so he's going to be able to have, like, drop and counterattack potential. He has a second medevac on the way. But outside of that, we're pretty even on tank counts. We're even in Raven counts. We have an advantage for Cyclones for Vindicta. And again, the faster natural. So I do kind of really like Vindicta's position overall. But it's a TvT, and even if you have a slight advantage, that can all change. You can be outpositioned, your opponent can siege up a little bit faster, the control of the Ravens can be a little bit better as well when it comes to disables or even auto turrets, as both armies are moving out and they're looking to clash here in the middle of the map. So far they haven't spotted each other, but now they have! The Raven of GuMiho! Oh my god, the Raven goes down. Meanwhile, Mig saves both of his own. GuMiho! Oh no! Oh, he even loses a tank here as well with the medevac. It looks like the Marine count is a little bit too high, and with that, GuMiho is going to be able to push all of this back, but still, it feels like GuMiho lost a little bit too much there, a little bit more. Oh, yep, there it is. I'm like, GuMiho may have lost a little bit too much. He thinks so as well. He GG's out, and Vindicta takes game number 2. Oh my god. GG. Oh my god, we have an ace match. Vámonos, papi, vámonos. Let me just quickly fix this up. There we go, beautiful, beautiful. Just adding some teams to the players. Meanwhile, massive shout out to Mark BT. Oh, gracias, papi, gracias. Thank you so much for subscribing. 26 months, over a year. Thank you so much for your support. We appreciate it. Quack. Oh my god, as many quacks as you want, papi. Thank you so much. Oh god. With all that support, of course, we do have some things in the works. We do have some projects on the horizon. Definitely look forward to it. Look forward to it. For the time being, of course, we're going to be continuing our cast for ESL Open Cup Americas. Oh, actually, my apologies. I didn't realize. That the title was wrong. That's better. I didn't realize that the title said Asia when it's supposed to say Americas. My apologies. My apologies. The Twitch title even. But here we go. We are going into the ace match. Vindicta having a pretty successful proxy 2-racks in game 2. But now we're getting into game number 3, and oh boy. Is it going to be the Korean Terran's turn to proxy? That is the question. We are loading on in and spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Dragon Scales. We have the American Terran player representing Platinum Heroes, tying up that series 1-1. It is Vindicta. And spawning in the top left hand corner of Dragon Scales, we have his opponent, the South Korean Terran player, currently a free agent. It is GuMiho. And he's doing it. I was half jokingly saying it's GuMiho's time to proxy, but you know, he heard the stream and he's like, let's go, Papi, let's go. 2 SCVs are coming across the map. It's going to be a proxy 2 racks. It is GuMiho's turn. He's like, mate, you know what? You did pretty well last game. I can do better. As the 2 racks are thrown down outside the main base of Vindicta, he is going for an SCV scout across the map. He will eventually realize that something is wrong and that the Raxes are missing. Eventually. Oh boy, as both gases are being taken here for GuMiho, is going to be starting on Reaper production. It's going to be kind of the same story that we saw last game, where there are going to be certain periods where GuMiho is going to have a pretty big Reaper advantage, and he's going to be looking to try and flex that. It's going to be on Vindicta to realize that something is wrong, that something is happening. He's going to need bunkers of his own, he's going to have to pull SCVs, he's going to have to repair, and he's going to have to try and minimize as much damage as possible. It's all going to come down to control. As we have that SCV scout confirming the gases have been taken, the Raxes are missing, and the Raxes are most likely proxied. He's even going to check. Now, what's scary about this is that Vindicta sees 1 Rax. Is he going to keep going? Oh, he does. He confirms the second. This is really smart from GuMiho. He does stagger the Rax locations to try and deny the scout, so that if Vindicta saw 1, he doesn't necessarily see the other, to try and mask how committed this is. GuMiho even has a proxy depot. But Vindicta, he does confirm. He does see that it is in fact 2 Raxes. He pulls a couple of boys. We have 3 SCVs in total here, waiting for the Reapers to come into the main, and they are coming into the main, but from the left-hand side instead. So nice movement here from GuMiho, coming in from an unexpected location. He does not delay the factory, but he does get 1 SCV. Meanwhile, no bunkers available here for Vindicta. Only his own units and some boys. The Hellion is on the horizon, though. It's about to finish up. Vindicta takes a couple of shots here. He has to be very careful. Here comes the Hellion. Oh, the Hellion is going to be able to force all this back. Isn't going to be able to kill anything, though. Should be able to get some repairs on that as well. Vindicta just cutting up his army, splitting up his army, trying to defend both locations. But here we go. GuMiho is consolidating his forces here in towards the main, in towards the top right-hand corner even. Gonna get some high ground vision. He's already transitioning. He's crazy. Meanwhile, Vindicta, I love this. Special does this as well. Vindicta is countering with a proxy starport. Vindicta sees the Raxes now floating, so he knows that GuMiho is transitioning. He should have a factory back at home. Speaking of, we do have a Cyclone on the way, but it just barely started, and this Viking is going to finish up, and Vikings do an insane amount of damage to workers. Oh, GuMiho, though, with 6 Reapers, things are getting a little bit out of hand here. This Rax is even forcing some really awkward micro. As the boys are being pulled, a lot of SCVs are going down. Oh my god. Every Reaper does fall for Vindicta. At the same time, he does land his own Viking, but he's going to be cleaned up. The target firing wasn't quite there. He only got 2 SCVs. And now Vindicta, he came out worse for wear. He's behind economically. He's behind in the worker count. He's behind in the base count. His way back into this was the proxy starport, and the first Viking just didn't do enough. He invested so much into this. He makes a second Viking, but the Viking is going to be stuck here for quite some time. Oh my god, GuMiho doubles down. He gets a third CC. He's crazy. But this makes a lot of sense. Like, GuMiho knows that Vindicta is limping right now. He's limping along, so GuMiho's like, man, I'ma just sprint. I'ma just take off and go zoom, Bobby, to the moon. Because of this, you could argue that he's going to be a little bit vulnerable. Oh god, Vindicta just almost loses his Viking as well. Gonna try and sneak into the main, and he's gonna be able to trade a Cyclone for a Cyclone. But that's not gonna be enough. GG gets called. GuMiho fights back in game 3, and he takes the series 2-1. Oh, GG. Look, at least Vindicta was able to take it to the ace match. That's all I have to say. GG. Well played. GuMiho does take the series in the end and will move on to the next round. Vindicta, I believe his tournament run ends here. My heart goes out to Vindicta. He did quite well for himself, though. He did well. Less than 3, man. Less than 3. GG. Oh. And with that, GuMiho, does he have an opponent? Let's have a look here. He's going to move on to face the winner of Creator and BioIce.